My name is Tim Roberts. I'm a business development manager. I work for Cubic Transportation Systems. My responsibility is to manage our relationships across the UK rail sector. So that encompasses the operating groups, the individual train operating companies, and sort of central bodies as well, such as the Rail Delivery Group and Department for Transport. Okay, so Cubic sort of operates in two key threads. One is intelligent transport systems, one is in the automated fare collection market, which is sort of relevant for this part of the show. Within that sort of context, we supply and install and support revenue protection systems, so ticket gates, validators. In addition, we provide back office systems for retail, including sort of mobile as well. I think transport ticketing is probably the best event for me anyway within the year. Sort of all of the key players within the UK and within sort of Europe attend. So I guess the main benefit for me is I sort of interact with a lot of my customers in a fairly informal setting. It's a good opportunity to discuss things with them, get their views, communicate what we're up to, and just generally build that interaction with my customers. Okay, I guess there are two key areas for us. The account-based ticketing is something which is a really important area for us. We've just launched a pilot with the belly of ScotRail, which is flowing out. I think that the industry is very focused on sort of account-based ticketing, and it sort of offers a number of benefits to both operators and travellers alike. I think this is really where we're sort of mainly focused. I guess the other areas where we're sort of equally involved in displaying on our stand is sort of mobile solutions and sort of more advanced sort of revenue protection technology, moving beyond, if you like, the current ticket gates. I think there's clearly a growing use towards mobile and a growing use away from paper ticketing. I think what we'll see in sort of coming years is definitely a reduction in the use of paper ticketing. I think we'll see an increased use in smart card technology and a sort of gradual migration to sort of more virtual types of ticketing on the mobile. So probably if you sort of zoom, say in 10 years' time, I doubt that we would see paper ticketing still. I think we'd see a sort of significant increase in probably the majority of ticketing on mobile technology, but probably still plus smart card technologies, whether that be an EMV card or an ITSO card or a barcode sort of token. We'll still see those, but I think we'll see a dominance of mobile technology. As I said at the outset, the main benefit for me is a good opportunity in a fairly informal setting to interact with my customers, and that's been really useful. Not just sort of customers, but other sort of companies we can potentially collaborate with. And I guess that's primarily why I come to here, and thus far it's been very useful for that. Yeah, and I think it just comes back to mobile. I think we're sort of seeing a slow ramp up in the use of mobile, and I think what we'll see is that mobile technology will become increasingly dominant. And I think that's probably the obvious trend that I expect to see, is that we'll see sort of a gradual migration to mobile technology, both on sort of Android and sort of Apple handsets, and that will become increasingly important, both in terms of ticketing, but retailing, but also planning as well. So mobile is sort of taking over our lives in many ways, and I think we'll see increasing that end-to-end experience through a mobile technology. I would definitely recommend attending transport ticketing if you're in that sort of area of automatic fare collection. I think it's the best event in the year. I think it's probably the best event in Europe in the year. It's very focused, and therefore if you're in that business, I think sort of global transport ticketing is a really good event. You'll be seeing me next year.